going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover the 2-star Doombots that were available to the general public, general community during the Doom Cycle arcade event, which by the recording of this video, August 10th, is still active. So you still have an opportunity to get all of these free exclusive 2-star champions added to your roster. So I thought it would be pretty cool to go and check out some of these characters and just see how they feel. So we're going to do like a handful of paths through the Thanos chapter, Thanos Enters of Act 3. I think that's a reasonable amount of health to compare these champions against one another. Now, I will show off every single one. They all have unique abilities. The skill one gains increased attack rating based on a combo meter and also inflicts some bleed and gets critical rating on their basic attacks, so that's pretty cool. It's just a fun little showcase of the 2-stars, see what they're capable of. Nothing game-breaking here, absolute like game-changing characters, but, showing off the 2-star Doombots is pretty cool because they're exclusive. It's the Doombots, Dr. Doom, very cool character. Having access to the Doombots after so long is pretty neat. Pretty neat to have all of them, even though they're just 2-stars. Just having access to all of them is pretty cool. And, who doesn't want to play with some Doombots? Who doesn't want to play with some Doombots? So, building up attack rating over time from the combo meter up to 400 hits is the maximum. So you can see the damage is going up. Airwalker is not the best opponent to fight with these champions, but I'm only going to use the skill Doombot for this one fight here. Get some bleeds going. I don't believe they have special 3, so I'm just going to combo them normally. And one more combo should do it. Cool. Alright. Well, that wasn't the absolute quickest fight out there, but, man, I love how the skill Doombot looks. The red on the eyes and on the arms. Big fan. Big fan. Alright, now let's take a look at the Mystic Doombot here, seeing how the Mystic one fares once I'm able to move forward here. The Mystic Doombot, I believe it's all about degen and nullify. Let's see. Yeah, for each buff nullified, inflict a degeneration passive. On the first 3 hits, up to 3 buffs are nullified. So, is there a better opponent to fight with this one? Maybe I fight Red Goblin with the Mystic one. Why don't I use the Mutant one here? Because I believe the Mutant one is all about prowess. Yeah, let's see. Incoming crits. When either champion lands critical hit, 75% chance to gain a 35% prowess passive. Yeah, that sounds like a good time here. So, the Mutant Doombot is all about those prowess passives. Let's just see how this feels. There's a crit. Gonna build up to 2 bars of power. Hopefully get 1 more prowess before throwing. Alright, no problem. Alright, I mean, that wasn't crazy, but, we're dealing with 2-stars here, so you gotta remember it's just for fun. Throw a special 1. Alright, I mean, relative to the skill Doombot, those are some pretty decent numbers. Throw another special 1 here. Ah, no crits there, unfortunately. It'd be nice if this Doombot had some, like, damage over time effect on its basics, just to compensate for the lack of damage outside of the special attacks. But I feel like 1 more special 2 here, and it's probably good. Yeah, there you go. That was actually kind of cool. That was actually solid. That was cool. I like that. That was fun. Now let's use the Mystic one with the Nullify, the degen, all that good stuff. This is the matchup where I feel like this one's going to shine the most. And then I'll use the Cosmic one against Captain Marvel. So the Mystic one, class advantage ++, getting the bonus power at the start of the fight. We need Red Goblin to throw some special attacks so we can get some buffs. So I can then nullify those buffs and turn them into degen. Let's have him throw 1 more special 1 here. And then I'll throw my special 2. Nice. That was pretty cool. That degen is paused, dealing 4 damage per second. Alright. Take what you can get. I'll throw special 1 here. Pausing the degen. I'm gaining power passively, kind of like OG Doctor Strange. Throw the special 2. Alright, there you go. There's another degen going. Let's get that pause up again. There's a power steal happening as well. I haven't read this one's kit in totality, so I don't exactly know what's going on. But, yeah, alright, that's cool. It's also pretty neat to see the other character animations on the Doombots. You know, Hood's Special 1, Mr. Sinister's Special 2. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. Now let's go fight with the Cosmic Doombot. And then after this, I will go on another lane so I can use the Tech one and the Science one. The Science one is more so geared towards heal reversal, so I might show that one off in a different situation. But the Cosmic one should be still fine to show off in this matchup. The Cosmic one gains random buffs every 8 seconds, so I just got power gain. Now, there's a Pierce. I'm going to throw my special one. It's the Champion's special one. That's pretty cool. My buffs were paused during my special attack. There's a Fury buff. Now I'm going to go for a special 2. Nice big Cruelty. That was also paused along with my power gain. Let's see what next buff I'm going to get. Hopefully Fury again. Alright, Pierce. I wonder how potent that Pierce is. There's Precision. Okay, pretty decent Precision. Hopefully get a Fury. This champion, I think, is just fully random. It's just a random selection of buffs that's pulled from the kit every 8 or so seconds. If I can get a nice Fury, I can probably go for a... Actually, I can probably go for a finish right now. Yeah, there you go. Alright, well, that was an interesting showcase. I think my favorite one so far has been the Mutant one. I do like the skill one, but I feel like the Mutant one has been the most fun to use so far. Okay, let's show off... I think that's all of them except for Tech and the Science one. So let me restart, do a little team select here, grab the Science Doombot, and then we can show the remaining Doombots off. So let's grab the Science one, who should be right here. We'll swap the Mystic one for the Science one. And then let's go fight some Mutant champions so we can show off the Tech one and then the Science one. So Mutant character... Actually, I probably shouldn't fight mutants because there's Magneto on there. And these are magnetic champions, so let's not do that. Let's actually go fight... Sure, let's go fight Scarlet Witch. Why not? That's going to allow me to show off the Science one and the Tech one as well. So, yeah, let's do that. So, the Science one is all about Petrify, immune to poison, places some physical vulnerabilities, and it gains a Fury passive when the opponent throws a special attack, which is pretty nice. So, that should be fairly decent here, especially with Class Advantage++. Yeah, it's every time the opponent throws a special attack. So, that'll ramp up a little bit. Throw a special 2. Wow, that stun being paused. Pretty neat. Let's throw a little heavy attack. Sentry's heavy. That's pretty neat. I like the Science one. Science one's cool. That Fury is from Scarlet Witch, not from the Doombot. The Fury buff. The Fury passives are from the Doombot, but the Fury buff is not. I like how the stun sort of pauses. It gives you so much time to go in for an attack. Wow. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. I like the Science one. That was cool. That was pretty neat. And finally, last but certainly not least, we have the Tech Doombot. I believe this one is all about power control. I could be wrong. Let's see here. It is, yeah, power drain and then shock debuffs. If the opponent has two or fewer buffs, Doombot has a 10% chance to inflict a non-stacking shock debuff when struck. So I'm thinking that's when I would be struck, but maybe it's when I am striking as well. I guess we're going to find out. I have a nice armor buff, a nice big energize as well. Yeah, it seems like when I would be struck is when the shock debuffs would apply, unless I've just gotten unlucky, but I think it's when I would be struck. Throw the special 1 here. Pretty decent power drain. I think this one is definitely more on the power control only side because it seems like the damage is specifically being taken from what's it called? The actual act of being hit. I love the heavy attack though. The Punisher 2099 heavy. Big fan. Nice little power drain. Yeah, this one is just power control. So going for the special 2 seems like the play here. I would love for content to come out where you need to use the Doombots. I think that would be super cool. Get to showcase all of them, all of their utility, what they all bring to the table. Maybe like a special event where there could be a 6th champion team. That'd be pretty neat. Alright, one more special 2 here, and we should be pretty close to getting this guy down. Okay, not as close as I wanted it to be, but it's totally fine. I'll have to see what happens with, like, bringing that Energize back from the heavy attack, because it seems like that's what makes it come back after you use a special. Alright, cool. Let me actually read the Tech Doombots kit for just a second here. Is it the heavy attack that brings back the Energize? Indefinite armor buff. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the Sig maybe. Well, the opponent is heal block, Doombot gains an Energize. There we go. Okay, reading is important, guys. Reading is very important. We can do one more fight with maybe the skill one to give it a little bit of a redemption match. Purgatory is, I believe she's immune to Incinerate. Yeah, not bleed, which is fine. We'll do one more fight with skill one, a little bit of a redemption match, because that first one against Airwalker was not exactly the best showcase for him. Increased critical rating on the basic combos. Pretty simple. You just build up to your special 2, throw it when it's available, and that's it for the skill one. Yeah, all right. That's pretty solid. I knew the skill one was going to be my favorite. Just needed to get him into a match where he can actually shine. Yeah. Relative to, you know, these health pools, I do think the skill one is my favorite. I like the look of the tech one the most, but I think actual abilities, the skill one is my favorite. Yeah, that was nice. That was pretty cool. All right, well, look, I just wanted to show off the Doombots, show what they can do in some relative content where it actually is like a fair fight for them. Let me know what you guys think of the Doombots. Which one is your favorite? Personally, in terms of just look, I like the tech one, but in terms of actually using the character in their kit, I think the skill one is my favorite. But let me know what you guys think about the Doombots in the comments down below. I'm super thrilled that we were able to get these characters for free. I love exclusive 2-stars. I love 2-stars in general. And for these to be accessible as 2-stars, just to have, you know, the Doombots, like they've been in the game for a long time now, it's pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think about the Doombots in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the content, and I really hope that you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like button. Once again, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.